or if you're live on the track, he's in the right-hand side lane, driving towards our first outer clip. Here they come, big entry open up, and a huge gap between the two cars as they whip into our first and second corners. JC making a good job of sector 2, filling out the zone as now he goes into sector 5 and over the line. Our judges here with us this afternoon. Robbie Nishida from Japan. He's judging style, making sure everyone's looking tight in their fits. Then we have Vernon Svaneveld. He's taken line, 40 points from him. All the way from the Netherlands. And Bullseye Hamdan with angle. And right now we have in the lead Bella and JC in the 350Z chasing her down. Next pairing is going to be Arianne Sisson, and she is going to be battling again Marcus Boban. Arianne Sisson, part of Sisson Sisters Drift. All right, so the winner of our last couple between JC and Bella moving forward is JC in the 350Z. Here we're going through into the final to duke it out against the winner of Arianne Sisson and Marcus Boban. Judges are ready, track is ready, drivers are good to go. Here they come. Ladies first, Arianne in front. Big switch, but problems from Marcus. Taking too long to initiate. Huge distance between the two cars, no proximity. Arianne taking the inside line, but pushing through to the second half of sector 3, and now rolling over the line after closing out sector 4. Track is ready. Speed Tech. But now it's the first time I get to see him drive him as photography. Legit Manila. No invite. Right now, our drivers warming up, getting the rear sets hot and ready for this tandem battle. In the top 24, black S15, left-hand side of our screen, right-hand side of the screen, all the way from Indonesia, FIRO, a kilo in the Nissan Safiro, the white car. They are ready, and here they come down our straight, sliding into the first outer zone. On the limiter goes Norman. Big switch. FIRO right there with great proximity as they move into our first half and second half. Norman just flicking the back end through it. Over the line, and the fourth sector they go. From these pictures you can see who the bigger man is. FIRO in the Safiro. White car, left hand side of your screen. Right hand side is the black S15 driven by Norman Agoho. Big whip here from FIRO. Norman on the inside. FIRO gets the back right rear out to the line. Second outer zone filled out. Third sector A done. Section B done. Great line here from FIRO in the lead. Norman taking in FIRO, a kilo. Team Mechanics, guys. This was supposed to be Daniel Miranda versus with issues. Has pulled out, so Daniel Miranda to do his buy run. Just has to prove that the car's running. But this will give him an opportunity to practice the solo run as well. You can see here with a good line, but not super deep. We're doing more than enough to show our judges and our audience at home on the live. It's going to be Fair Lady versus S14. Almost an entirely Nissan car lineup for today's round number one. Only a little splash of FT86 and FC, but here we go. JC heading down the line, going up a bit shallow, but Rogelio now clawing back proximity, getting a lot closer, but straightening up somewhat, making an adjustment as JC makes adjustments of his own as they move from the third to fourth outer zone. All right, our winner is June Yapa Rogelio, CRD. Rome CP. very cleanly. Ashley already straightening it out, but FIRO with a great lead run. FIRO, a kilo. Team Mechanic Guys Speed Tech. Congratulations to FIRO. He moves forward and he'll be battling it out against ROOME. Very, very hot right now. Well over 30 degrees if you're out in the sun. Right now we have John Boban up at the line, and he's going to be joined by Boodie Dabasol in the FC. We're going to be running this battle first while the audience at the grandstand cheering. Boodie, obviously Aquaman of the Philippines. Here we go. Boodie out in the lead position. Blue car. In through that first outer zone. Nice and deep he goes. He's got a cone, but gets the back end out and off the track. John whips past him in that R34. As they switch places and head over the line. He needs to pass, although that's not what you want in drift. It does mean that John should have won that particular half of the battle. Track is ready, drivers are ready, here they come. Big whip, John in the lead. Taking that inside line, not going so deep, keeping it safe. Good whip there on the limiter as John handbrakes into our first half of sector 3. And then all the way filling out our fourth and John Boban, Drift Mob, beating back Boodie Dabasol. And John is going to be battling the winner of this next matchup. Is it going to be AUDEL Sison or ARIANNE Sison? AUDEL on the left hand side of your screen, right hand side ARIANNE. Here they come, whipping it down that straight. AUDEL getting just to where he needs through that first outer zone, but ARIANNE whips it a little bit too hard, I think, but keeps it together, keeps composed. AUDEL gets the first and second half of sector 3. Fills out sector 4 and heads over the line, but ARIANNE having issues halfway through that hairpin. They line up once again. So is ARIANNE going to be able to do enough now to win this battle? One bout down, going to father AUDEL. Or is AUDEL going to be able to keep his daughter at bay with a great lead run? And now this chase. Oh, ARIANNE with a much calmer transition. AUDEL staying a bit too close and having to make adjustments in the same location. But with that mistake heading off the track. Okay, your winner, AUDEL Sison. Autocraft team just beating his daughter ARIANNE. And we are back. Isaac Reyes versus Donald Jackson Jr. Isaac Reyes in the purple S14 with that S15 face, and he's going to be going up against Donald Jackson Jr. 007. Isaac Reyes, cousin of race director Tony Arakaki. He's going to be leading the way this time, and Donald will be chasing in that very clean looking FIRO. As Donald Jackson Jr. comes back to the lead line, and Isaac Reyes will be chasing right here at the Southeast Asia Drift Series, round number 1. Currently our top 16. Track is good to go. Drivers are good to go. Here they come. Big whip by Donald. Keeps it all the way to the outside of the track. Nice line. Dumps one wheel off, but goes through outer zone 2 very nicely. Gets one wheel in to the corner of the first half of sector 3. Gets through and in to sector 4 as well, but Isaac right there on the door with that proximity. Goes to Isaac Reyes, the wheelman Raceworks. Congratulations, just edging Donald out. And now it is time for Jay Lazaga versus Daniel Miranda. Jay in the red and black Skyline. Daniel in the white and yellow S15. Jay with a great lead into that first outer zone. Great job of completing the second, but all going slightly wide is Daniel. Great lead run here. Good chase though, right on the money is Daniel. Good lead run from Jay all the same, and very exciting tandem chase from Daniel. Now it is time for Daniel to get out in front and have Jay Lazaga to chase. Track is ready, judges are ready, drivers are ready. Here they come. Your top 16, Jay Lazaga and Daniel Miranda. Daniel out in the lead. Oh, going all the way to the edge of the track, clipping the dirt, but taking a shallower line on outer zone 2. Outer zone 3, first half clipped, but runs off, going wide, eating those cones. Jay able to sit back and let. All right, your winner is Jay Lazaga, Basic Racing Team. Series of Formula Drift. Daniel STUKE, Autocraft Drift Team, and he's going to be going up against another Daniel Stuke to lead the way, Mark Bernardo to chase. Suki. Stuke versus Bernardo. All right, our track is green. Drivers are coming. Oh, look at that, Mark, very close in proximity, but Daniel with a good lead, hitting those clips, mowing that lawn on the outside of outer zone 2. Look at that, overcooks it, but uses all the angle kit that car has to offer to get through from A to B sectors of Sector 3. Wow, what great work on the wheel there from Daniel. Great proximity. All right, we're going to do a one more time battle, ladies and gentlemen. Too close to call. So, ladies and gentlemen, we get to see that again. Are we going to be seeing that right now, or are we going to be running the next battle first? I think we're going to be running Anthony Billick and Rogelio Yapo. Unless these two have enough tyres to go again straight away. Tyres are good. They come back for their one more time battle right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your hats. Get ready for Daniel Stuke and Mark Bernardo. Daniel to take the lead. Yet again, our FD driver, Autocraft Drift Team. Mark Bernardo, CRD, on their one more time battle. Here they come, ladies and gentlemen. Big whip, early whip. Mark really close. He's dancing there with him through into sector 2 and the outer zone. Let's look at this switch. Better job here from Daniel. Much smoother line. Great job there through the second half of sector 3, but Mark hesitates as they push through into sector 4. But look at the close and battle. Mark Bernardo. He's going to be taking the lead in the second half of the battle. Just now, very, very clean. Is he going to be able to replicate that? If he does, I think it might be enough to clinch victory. Daniel Stuke with all the work to do here. Track is green. Judges are ready. Drivers are good to go. Here they come. Mark Bernardo and Daniel Stuke. Nice switch. Look at the distance. Mark goes all the way to the pocket. Daniel knows he's going to get nice and close and tight. He does. All the way here. Mark, great angle. End to end, not going to corner. He runs around the entirety of that outer zone and all the way up to the cone with the back end wheel still in the clipping. Definitely nice and deep through sector 4, giving Mark Bernardo the win. Congratulations to Mark. He'll be moving forward to battle it out with either Anthony Billick or Rogelio Yapo. Let's see what he's able to Powering the Southeast Asia Drift Series. This round number 1 being today, the 6th of December. Tomorrow round 2, 7th of December for our 2026 season. Right here in the Philippines, Tarlac Circuit Hill. This is all brought to you by R102 Productions, bringing the Southeast Asia Drift Series Philippines right here to Tarlac, with the support of the provincial government of Tarlac, Governor Christian Tel A Yap, and all of that in coordination with Tarlac Provincial Tourism Office. And we'd like to say a very big thank you to all of our sponsors for making this event possible. Kid Campus, Sim Magic, Sim 2 Squared Premier, RJ Social, Fly Zone Fishing, Teams Marine, Amsol Philippines and Falcon. And here comes FIRO into that first outer clip. Big switch all the way to the edge. Great control there. But ROOME CP is right there on that door, all the way on the inside as FIRO takes the outside. Big flick switch. Great lead, but look at ROOME up on the front wheel of FIRO over that line. Another switch, very, very tight, close proximity, stays on that inside line, gets very close to the front end of FIRO's car. As FIRO switches in front of ROOME CP, and they go over the line, door to door. Winner, ROOME Shop and Tear Tomato Garage. Grab some if you're thirsty, stay hydrated. AMP Engine Management, Sogo Hotel, Garage Tastic, and of course our partners from the Southeast Asia Drift Series. Now it's time for AUDEL Seasong Autocraft Team versus John Boban Drift Mob. This is the second battle to find out who's moving into the semi-finals. AUDEL in the lead in the S13 red Skyline, driven by John Boban, hunting down, but it looks like he might have straightened up somewhat. AUDEL with a great capture of that outer zone in sector 3, following a great lead run, but John Boban hard parked. R32. Right now, John Boban, Drift Mob in the lead. AUDEL Seasong Autocraft Team to chase in the right-hand side lane, right-hand side of the screen. Here they come. Red Skyline opening up the angle, getting all the way to the edge. Boban goes super deep. See with this transition, brings him filling out that zone, but heading off the track with the back wheel. AUDEL having issues staying with him, but Boban doing much better. All right, your winner is AUDEL Seasong. Hand side of the screen right now. Judges are ready. Right here at Tarlac Circuit Hill. Judges are good. Isaac's ready. Jay is ready. Here they come. Good job getting to the outside zone from Isaac. But right there, right next to him is Jay. Corner to end by Isaac all the way around the bottom half of that very tight hairpin. Isaac taking. Still stays in drift, but his job, Jay's job in chase, is to literally do just that. Would you look at that? S15 bigger than Godzilla. All right, Jay's ready. Isaac's ready. Here they come. Jay in the lead position, left-hand side of your screen. Red skyline. Going very deep into our outer zone 1. Oh, but Isaac getting on the steering locks in chase position. Ray going end. Oh, to end. And Godzilla going off on safari whilst Isaac completes the lap. Our winner, Isaac Reyes. He's going to be battling it out either with Mark Bernardo or oh, and after Indonesia is round 5 and 6 in Thailand in April. And then June is Micronesia. Micronesia in June. For, what would that be? 6 and 7. 6, 7. Well, here, ladies and gentlemen, comes Rome, CP, and AUDEL Sison in the semi-final battle here at round number 1. Big whips, look at that, out to the grass goes Rome. AUDEL right there in chase though. End to corner goes Rome CP, but AUDEL quite happily sitting there behind him. Dips out in front. Oh, I think he cut that a bit too short. AUDEL predicting correctly what was going to happen, but just jumping the gun just a little bit. But here we go, Rome CP out in the lead, getting all the way to the outside, wheels going through the zone, chopping down the grass through outer zone 2, smoothly moving, using the handbrake to get all the way to zone threes, part 1 and part 2, and all the way through zone 4. But AUDEL takes that inside line and pushes up a bit too far in front, maybe. Maybe that's just the camera angle here. But that last bit might have cost him. AUDEL Sisson Autocraft team. Car number 14. Just switching on the GoPro. He needs to catch this lead run. And we got our beautiful umbrella girl in the background there. Let's not get distracted. Rome CP in chase. Let's see what he's going to do. AUDEL with a great lead run, but look at the proximity there. Just under the rear bumper is Rome CP of AUDEL. There you go. Enough first corner, AUDEL. Second half of zone 3 done, but look at the proximity that Rome CP has over the line in the correct position. Wow, that was very, very bumper as they transition into sector 3's first outer clip, and now the second. Rome sitting back where he should be, and just there lets AUDEL get over the line before he does. Not built in a day. Rome CP is your winner. Moving forward into the battle for first and second, could our FD driver, aka Formula Drift driver from America, take home gold in round 1 right here, the Tarlac Circuit Hill? We'll find out very, very soon. Before that, we move onwards to Isaac Reyes and Mark Bernardo. This is going to be another tight battle, but I can already feel how things might go based on previous performances today. A big thanks to all of our sponsors. We'd like to express gratitude for the support in making this event possible. Kids Campus, Sim Magic, Sim 2 Squared Premier, RJ Social, Fly Zone Fishing, Teams Marine, Amsol Philippines, Falcon, OD Motive Tire Trading Corp, Decal Republic, Tomato Garage, Atoy Customs, Ardeca Philippines, JDM Ass Photography, Legit Manila, No Invite, and of course Pedal Commander, Coco Love, Vital Purified Drinking Water, Amp Engine Management, Sogo Hotels, Garage-tastic, and of course all of our supporting partners from Indonesia, JX99XAR, from Malaysia, Exquisite Motorsports Club, Drive to Drift from Thailand. And then we got Danny. But right now, Isaac Reyes versus Mark Bernardo. The Wheelman Raceworks versus CRD. Round 1, Tarlac Circuit Hill. They're lined up. Isaac to take the lead. Purple coloured S14 with the S15 face. Mark Bernardo, car number 4 in that Nissan Safiro. Plenty of negative front cam with these two drivers. Great job there from Isaac, going nice and wide. Lots of angle. Mark getting very, very high up on the front end of Isaac's car. Taking that inside line. Mark has to handbrake that inside line to stick with him and keep that proximity. He handled that well, but that was a good lead from Isaac. So take note of what Mark is doing behind in the beginning of Sector 3. He has to get in that handbrake to make that car grab the angle he wants to keep that chase proximity. But look at this, look at the angle here that Isaac is able to pull out. Nice switch, very aggressive switching. Just gets that corner, but look at that handbraking in, off the handbrake and back on the gas by Mark. as Isaac switches around and into the fourth and final outer zone. Well, there is that very... Pass him the umbrella. He needs the umbrella. He can't do his job without it. Mark Bernardo, left-hand side. Blackness and FIRO. Proving that that FIRO chassis is still good and it's got what it takes. But Isaac Reyes in that huge angled S14 with that S15 face. All right, big switch. Isaac with that proximity. Mark with that good line though. Isaac really close, but Mark making a mistake, touching the wall, but able to keep it in drift. Shakes up Isaac as Mark continues to roll around the track and get those outer clips, filling them out. Oh my goodness, how does that work with our judges? Did Isaac make contact with Mark? I know that Mark made contact with the wall. We're about to check out the replay and find out. All right. Isaac incredibly aggressive though. Look at this. Sticking as close as he can to that initiation. Big switch here. Oh, no, just gets to the tires. Doesn't touch Isaac's car at all. Isaac understeers there, falls out of drift. Something wrong with Isaac's car maybe. Mark continues as if nothing has happened. All right. Oh, thought it was the second half. It's a replay yet again. So let's have a look here. All the way from the second half of Sector 3. Mark dips it right into the beginning of our Sector 4 outer zone. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Round number 1 of the Southeast Asia Drift Series, affiliate Formula Drift Series. This is the final battle of the day. Rome CP leading the way, Mark Bernardo to chase Rome in the 180SX and Mark in the Black FIRO. Good switch here as they're going through Sector 2's outer zone. Nice and tight. Look at that. Mark just mirroring Rome's movements inside line. Rome gets to the second half of Sector 3 and now right to the beginning of Sector 4. Look at the proximity that Mark had on Rome though. Over the line. Nice switch here as they both move into our outer zone 1. Very close there from Mark. Look at that, Rome all the way through from beginning to end. And Mark on the inside line flexing his angle kit. And it looks like they Thank you to all of our sponsors: Kid Campus, Sim Magic, Sim Squared, Premier, RJ Social, Fly Zone Fishing, Teams Marine, Amsol Philippines, Falcon, ODM Motive Tire Trading Corp, Decal Republic, Tomato Garage, Toy Customs, Ardeca Philippines, JDMAS Photography, Legit Manila, No Invite, Pedal Commander, Coco Love, Vital Purified Drinking Water, Amp Engine Management, Sogo Hotel, and Garage Tastic. The track is ready. Live stream. Are you ready? Judges are ready. Drivers are ready. Here comes Mark Bernardo and Rome CP. Big switch as they go into that first outer zone. Rome right there on the back, but loses proximity and spins. Oh no, that means that all Mark needs to do now is complete this lap. But no, he's going to give you the outermost line available in our Sector 3. Great job there from Mark Bernardo. Oh no, Rome CP, what went wrong? Let's check out that replay. I've seen Mark being quite consistent, especially in Sector 3. Very impressive with that outer zone. But look at that, Rome CP drops off. But look at this, Mark stays on the line around the outer zone of Sector 3, marrying the first and second outer clips together. gentlemen,